who got the shitty end of the stick.
Yes.
In more ways than one.
It's so pretty.
Yes, that's
Yay!
correct. She got it. Unless I missed it, please feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm Abby.
And I'm Tori.
And today we are reviewing Kingdom of Ash. It's the last book in the series. Thank you for sticking with us if you have thus far. 8 books.
Yeah.
8 books. And what a read. And I have thoughts. But before we get into it, I have a question for you. How many times, I want you to guess, how many times you think this book made me teary or made me cry?
Minimum 3 times.
You're really close.
4?
Yeah. You were right there. Yeah.
Okay, I can think of 3 instances.
Alright, tell me.
I'm trying to think of, well, I'll just say it not in particular order of the books. When the Coven, the 13, sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, because I did message you. I told you that whole chapter 90 made
It's
me
a short
bawl
chapter, yeah.
in public at a laundromat of all places.
That, I think the beginning, like maybe like her trauma when she gets rescued. Aiden?
No, it didn't make me cry.
I know it made Leslie cry seeing that Kale's and that whole battle scene when what's her name is going after Lorcan.
Oh, that made her cry?
Yeah, that made her tear up.
I did not.
Okay. And the end?
I was very much in there. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, you go, Elite, oh my god. But I did
Ellie,
not.
that's her name.
Yeah. Not a tear was shed. Or, I can't
and then I
remember.
guess the ending. Oh, when what's his name's dad died.
Gabriel?
Yeah. Then the end, just the end in general.
No.
I don't know, you told me.
Okay, so the scene that made me teary was page 281 for the people following the
Oh,
book.
I literally just opened to that.
Wow, yeah. When it was Manon and the 13th growth when they dug the earth for the humans, considering to save them, to bury them because they had been massacred by Morath's wrath or whatever. And it was just the juxtaposition of that. In book 1, they were eating these humans.
Yeah, showing their humanity. Yeah.
Yeah. And it made me teary-eyed that they dug down, and it just, it made me teary.
Caitlin Roper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a comment. Well, I guess we say that earlier. Well, we are spoiling a lot of things. So.
I guess maybe let's backtrack. Overall thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, let's back up.
Let's back up.
So I would say that for this book, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. I actually preferred...
Empire Storm?
Yes,
okay.
I did a whole lot more. We will get into why as we continue to discuss. General thoughts would be it was a well-written book. And I love the characters. I love their development, their growth. The problem for me, why I won't get the full 5, is I feel like it was trying to do a lot of things. And it didn't fully take the time to let these things breathe or develop them. It was rushed towards the end. So 4.5. Honestly, sometimes I'm leaning towards a 4, but it's
Understandable. I would agree, a 4.5. Sometimes, like after I read it, I'll give it a 5. I'll be like, oh my god, that was just so good. Just like the feeling that it leaves me with after I finish reading it. I'm just like amazing. But yeah.
alright.
But well, I guess my question for you is, I mean, at the very beginning, you were a naysayer.
I was a naysayer, but wait, what's the question?
Oh, my question was going to be like, so do you think, your opinion has changed? I guess, like, how your thoughts just, like, overall in the whole, from book 1 to book 5, comparing them? Yes,
I will say my thoughts have changed. Book 1, you already know I hated that book. Well, sorry, Sarah J. Maas. I was not the fan of book 1. You know, like, the development of it, I think by book 3... I was in it. I was in it for the long haul. And then Empire of Storms, you had me. Like, yeah, it got better as time progressed. And this book, I felt a lot of attachment to the characters by the time I got here. Yeah. Book 7, please. I read I read the acknowledgements in this book. And she gave credit to a team for helping her, like a specific team or person, I think, for helping her write Tower of Dawn. Don't do that again.
Was it in this one you said? Or
yeah, in the acknowledgements. She said, let me find it. I actually read through this. Right here. I'm not going to say the person's name. To blank, thank you for all your help with Tower of Dawn. Working with you on it was such a delight. No, it was not a delight to read. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm very grateful that you had me read Empire of Storms before I read Tower of Dawn. Because if you had me read Tower of Dawn, I would not have made it. I would not have made it here today.
That would have been the end?
That would have been the end. I would have been told, alright, Tori, this is it. Book 1, 2, and 7?
Yeah.
No. But what can I say? I've never written a book, so please ignore me and my rants and my thoughts. Holy Man's Growth and They Dug the Earth. You called that one of them, which is chapter 90.
Yeah.
When all of the city and everybody were honoring them. It wasn't just that they died, it was that
everyone acknowledged their sacrifice.
And they came out with the flowers and...
No, the flowers blooming signified the end of the curse.
Yes, but the city, people found flowers and brought them out there. Everybody was holding a flower. Chapter 90.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought it was just the flowers from... Did you listen to the song?
I haven't yet. I'm so sorry. I haven't yet. She sent me a song to listen to and I haven't. But I will, and we'll put it in the link in the description below. Also, please subscribe. We need it.
Yes.
I got a subscriber for us. I don't know if she actually... She might have unsubscribed by now, but she did. I'll tell you about it while you're reading. Or I tell them about it. I got us a subscriber. I went to get my toes done. I went to get a pedicure. And the girl who was doing my pedicure was saying how she's like trying to get back into reading and she doesn't know what to read and like she's read a few things and whatnot. So then I was just like, well, guess what? We have a channel all about books. And she followed it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
No, I was right. They didn't bring the flowers.
What did they bring?
It says, first of all, it says had she looked, she would have seen the small white flowers that they bore. But it says at the end that only a few bore flowers, many brought small stones to lay on the site.
Oh.
The flowers just had, I guess, grown from their blood because that was part of the curse. The curse was until flowers bloom from killing fields.
Okay.
The curse won't be broken.
Okay, well, I guess it's both because they did have people bringing flowers.
Yes.
Okay, because then I wasn't tripping.
A few bore flowers, yeah.
Attorney at work. But okay, I didn't realize that.
Oh, no, I was here. Okay, some of them had flowers up here too. When the leaders who had come up for a walk this way, they began to lay their flowers upon the...
Yeah. But I didn't realize there was a few, yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I really liked that scene. So it wasn't just that they died, but that all of the city recognized the witches, right? These are people who used to fear witches. Who used to get eaten by witches. Used to be meat for, you get the point. And so I like that. And then the other one that made me teary was when Mana defeated the High Witches. I don't know what about that scene.
You really like the witches.
I really do like the witches. Guess what? My favorite character that I've listed was Manon and the Witches.
And Abraxas, of course.
Yes, always Abraxas. And the little folk. Always. But yes, it was when she defeated the High Witches because it was just such an emotional scene for me because she got her ass whooped last time and then her grandmother fled. She faced it like a champ, and it all came together for me when all of the Crokans and everybody
acknowledged her.
Yeah, and I was like, I teared up. Yeah. And then the last one again is Abraxas. Still with the witches.
Not surprised.
It was Abraxas, him losing his mate and him just staring into the blasted patch of earth.
Was it just me though? I feel like she didn't really cover that in the other books. Like, this is the first time you find out that they were made in, like, right? Or did I just...
They were what?
That Abraxas had a mate. This is the first book you find out, right?
Yeah. It's... Who pointed it out to them?
No, I think she just makes a comment.
Yeah, it was a comment somewhere. That's what I meant. There was a character who made a comment to her.
Yeah. I just feel like, I mean, I do like that scene, yeah, but it's just... but it just wasn't, like, touched upon in the other books, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I
it
mean,
was just
I
sad.
guess it's not really important to the book or anything,
Yeah.
but
It wasn't, but it did make me sad because it was a Brexus. He's the
cute.
the dog wyvern that smells flowers, and now he's just sitting there, just staring at a blasted patch of earth. Technically, he's looking at the flowers now,
Yeah.
and he's just, it made me teary. So, yeah. What scenes made you teary? Do you remember?
Yeah, the beginning when Rowan and Aelin reunite at the beginning, and it's like he realized like how much trauma she went through, and like she's processing her own trauma. I think it's like in the cave, or like right before when she's like screaming, "Get it off, get it off."
Oh yeah, that scene was. I didn't tear up, but I got emotional. Like,
That scene kind of made me tear up. So that scene, the 13, obviously, and I think just the end when I realized it was all over.
Yeah. Oh, let me actually add something else to my least favorite.
I think I know what you're saying. I think I know because it's one of my least favorite too. I think that she.
Wait, no, don't say it.
I think just the beginning too, because that's something I really like Aelin's relationship with Fenris. I don't know
Yeah, with their blink language,
Yeah.
I really like that too. I did.
That made me emotional. Yeah.
So that was
it.
it. Yeah. I almost cried for Fenris, but I didn't. I can't. Like, I just felt more anger for them than tears.
Yeah, and then I was like emotional when Adian's dad died, but I don't think I cried. Gabriel.
Yeah, when Gabriel died, I didn't cry, but I felt it. Yeah. So it's not to say for the listeners
That we're heartless.
Yeah, we're heartless. I just didn't cry for those moments. I felt sad. I just didn't cry, but certain things just pushed me. Yeah. Okay, I have some questions before we get into favorite scenes.
I have answers.
Before we get into favorite scenes and least favorite scenes and characters and one-liners. Why did they bring a lead for the search for Aelin?
Oh, I think she asked. Yeah, she insisted on going.
They should have told her, ask no.
Yeah, she insisted on going.
Like, I get that in the end.
I think she kind of felt responsible because Larkin did all, like, the reason that she was taken was because Larkin did it for her type thing. So
Yeah.
I think that's why, but...
Man, give her a wyvern or something. But, like...
Yeah, poor girl, slowing them down.
They're like, oh, we need to find Aelin. Oh my god, the longer we can't find her, the worse it's gonna be.
That's a good on Rowan for not leaving them. I think I would have hit up and left and like, y'all slow me down.
Right, they have to be helping Elide with her limp.
Yeah.
And they have to be, I'm assuming she's more human than them. She has to stop more. They have to be stopping to get menstrual stuff. It's not to say it's not nice that they're doing that, but if time is of the essence.
Leave her behind.
Leave her behind. Explain to her that we understand that you feel responsible, Elide.
But you're not going to do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, they could have just sent her with Lysandra and Adian. The other thing I like from that scene is that they, like, I think it's like one of the first Tennessee books I've seen that they talked about, like, periods.
Yeah.
Like when you're child.
I really did like that. Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, they're sure.
I like that. But they already did it in a previous book, so I was just like, alright, cool. Ellie could have stayed home.
Yeah.
She could have stayed home. I'm sorry. But I guess I get why they kept her there as in why the writer would keep her there, to keep her around Lorcan so they can repair their relationship over time. And then because they did use her as the way to get into
Dornell?
Yes, that thing. Yeah. So I get it, technically, but... Anyways, my next question is, page 7... You don't have to go to the page, but page 179 regarding the dam.
Okay.
Why didn't they just use the dam to trap and kill Erwin's monsters in the first place? Why didn't they enact that plan?
Like, purposely make it... Because I think the... what's his name? Kill's dad wouldn't have allowed them. I think because didn't it...
Fuck Kill's dad.
Didn't it destroy, like, all of their land?
Again, in the face
Yeah, true.
of Erwin, who would do a lot worse. Sacrifice the land. Go somewhere else.
I don't remember. I'd have to, like, go back to that section. I don't know if I think it was just those two, and then I'm not sure if they had also planned to use that, like, area to, like, cross, or maybe it would have hindered them, so it would have been, like, a double-edged sword.
hear me out. They could have marched the armies that were already fighting because they got there before everyone.
Yeah, you
Marched
get
them.
behind the dam, you open it up and let it sweep them away. Yeah.
And then I know, wait, they did have another army that was late to the.
Yeah, the backup.
So you tell me there's no other route? I should go look at the map.
Probably. I mean, because it's like up in the mountains.
There has to be another way to get there.
It's came with the
This
shack.
is like,
Oh, yes. Right, okay, yes, and so this is the lake. I was right. So yeah. So I guess yeah, this is all like the forest amount. So this is the only path. So I guess the dam was here. It would have blocked their only way. Unless I guess they try to go, I don't know if that's really a path.
I don't know. I guess so. Unless they get Aiden to burn a fire through some trees and cut a path. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
they
but
expanded.
she wasn't supposed to use her power.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
The steering
That is
column
true.
has
We're
to-
gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. I understand. Were there any questions that you had that kind of like plot hole? Not like things that you're like, okay, why is this happening? There's
Yeah,
an
the
easier
end.
way. Okay. Let's save the end. Let's
Which I
save the
know is
end.
a person, like it's a pet peeve of a lot of people in the fantasy genre because it's not the first book that's done it. I'm thinking of the same thing.
I wonder. Okay, we're gonna see it.
it.
Okay, so favorite scenes. I liked the contrast between Ellie talking about tolerating the gods versus worshiping them. And I just like that because in all of the books up to this, it was like, oh, we gotta worship this god and that god and whatever god. And then now in this book, it's like, all right, I guess we gotta tolerate them because they don't care about us. And I just liked,
I did it.
I just like the growth towards that.
I
Like,
did it.
just a little thing.
What do you think of the whole Aelin versus Dorian, who's gonna make the sacrifice, like that whole plot issue?
What do you mean?
Because I mean, from all the other books, there was always gonna be like her, and in this book, she kind of puts it up to a vote. And I know Kale's like, you. I don't want to. But I mean, for me, like the entire beginning, I was just like, when they said, oh, you have to die in order to, I was just like 50-50. You both survive.
Oh, you were thinking that from day one.
Yeah.
You know, it never crossed my mind.
Well, it didn't cross my mind until like they said, there was like one book where they said, oh yeah, like it would cost like one person their entire life. But then it had also like mentioned, oh, but Dorian also could. So I was like, okay, well then you get 50 from him, 50 from her, like goes 100.
I didn't.
Okay, yeah.
Did I when they did it in the book? I was like, dang, why did my mind go there? I was a bit disappointed in myself. Yeah, no, didn't cross my mind.
Alright.
And we
We're
are back in Hackschwood. And you were looking for the imagery on page 134, Dorian the Wyvern Melter.
Did they use that word?
No, I did that. It's because, like, when the Wyvern ate him, yeah, ate him. How do Americans say it? Because I say it sometimes. Is it ate? Okay. Because I almost said when the Wyvern ate him. But anyways, when the Wyvern ate him, he was inside the jaw, and then he lit himself on fire, and the jaw just melted to the ground. And I just thought imagery was just
Yeah, the body here trying to solve by himself out melted through the jaw.
so. During the Wyvern Melter, it's beautiful. I wish he did that more.
I love Dorian so much.
Easier, but okay. Aside, another question before we continue.
So we like the same characters in the same relationships.
Yes, that is true. I was gonna ask, who is your favorite character of all time for the whole book?
I would probably have to say Dorian because I feel like he hasn't disappointed.
Big surprise.
And I like them all. Dorian, Aelin.
You like them all,
Lysandra.
including Theol.
He's the one exception.
I like. Actually, don't know. Maybe it is. I think I'm biased right now because I like Manon the best.
But you
in this
liked her
book.
consistently. Manon and Abraxas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's Manon. Okay. The other thing that I liked was Dorian's dad, Dorian. Since I should have said name.
This is the first time we find out his name.
Yeah. I was gonna get to that later, but since we're already here, I didn't really like that. I didn't get the point of saying Dorian's dad was nameless because what's his name? Erewhon took his name. what's the point? That's not the nameless has been defined as something else in this book, which is Brandon's bastard. This is the bastard mark.
Yeah, names
So him not having a name, I'm like, okay.
I always saw in terms of like he was like this like name, like sometimes like not having a name makes you scarier type thing, like the unknown. So I always felt like she was doing it that way, like he's just like the villain that doesn't have a name.
But it came up when he was trying to convince them to let him take Dorian's place. He's like, "What's my name?" And they're like, "Oh wait, you don't know your name." And it's like, "Yeah, because I'm nameless." Okay, buddy, what? That don't get the point. You could have just said, "I'm an heir," as well, which he did say. Like, Brandon's blood runs through me. I'll sacrifice myself. It was one of those things again where I felt like she was throwing a lot in there that was never really explored, that did not need to be there.
Yeah.
Very cool. I thought you were gonna give me some pushback there. I'm not like,
no.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. But the part that I liked about it was when they talked about that Dorian's dad, Dorian, held on for decades, even though he had no power. That's pretty impressive. And fought back.
Yeah. I did tell you in one of the books that we were going to get like more into his backstory.
Yeah, because I have been saying right from book one that I want to know more about the king, more about the dad. Yeah, I would still have loved more, but I'll take what I can get.
Maybe she can write another book about like from his point of view.
I don't want to know that much. I don't know that much now. Then I liked the callback. She did a lot of callbacks. Right? What did you see?
The knocks. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Knocks. Let me hide my.
I did really like that, and I like that he knew right away that it wasn't her. Because I always that Lysandra wasn't Aelin.
Oh yeah, he picked. Oh yeah. Because he was the messenger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that because I did like their friendship in the first book.
I didn't remember him until he said who he was.
And he's from the first book, the one that they were friends helping each other out.
Until he said, "Yeah, I know her from the competition." I was like, "Hold up, I know the competition." And then yeah. Did you ever? I have another question for you. Did you ever feel proud of Carol at any point?
No.
Not once.
No.
Even in I didn't really read book 7 that well, but even in this book, no.
No, but like I said, I didn't finish reading why to do something.
Oh, that's fair. No, not really, but I did page. You ain't gotta go to the page, but on page 173, Ellie defends him to his dad, and says like your son went all the way across the land and
yeah, that's selfish too.
Recruit what? What was selfish?
Is that the reason that he went over there was to get healed?
And
would he have gone if he didn't need them? Probably not.
They didn't have this one. But that's true. If he didn't need to get healed, he would not have gone over there. That's true.
He would have been like, "Nah, me and Dorian, we're sticking together. I'm captain of the guard."
I guess I will retract that moment I felt some pride for Carol.
Because that's also something else that I felt kind of disappointed with this book is after like the last ones, I really wanted a redemption for Caleb with him and Aelin because I felt like when he treated her terribly.
Oh, yeah,
I kind of wanted like a redemption, kind of been like, "No, you're right. Like, wow, you've gone through so much." But it was just kind of like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Nice to see you again after, by the way, I've been tortured for these couple months." And he's like, "Yeah, I am. Yeah,
cool." And then they hugged each other. Like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you."
Yeah, and then he's like, "Yeah, by the way, I don't really care if you die as long as he doesn't die." So
that is true. So, oh, and I'm married, so yeah. I'm over you. Yeah. So, that's really what that was.
I was kind of disappointed in that whole interaction.
That is fair. So I guess I'm retracting it. Never mind, Carol. You were not redeemed.
And also, he was such good friends with Dorian, and he didn't even wait to like get married so that he'd have him there.
Yeah.
Or even right to let him know, because he was there for a while, wasn't he?
You know, he was, but maybe it was for a good reason. You know why?
Because Dorian was talking.
I have this in my least favorite, where Dorian was just like, he would have married Eileen if he had the chance. Irene, sorry.
That Dorian would have married Irene?
Dorian said, I'm about to tell you right
Dorian's enamored with Manon. What are you talking about?
now. Dorian said on page,
I think he was just joking.
I don't care. What kind of joke is that?
Well, people say that. I've heard that joke before. Like, oh, if you didn't marry him, I would have married her. That just means that you approve of that person for your friend.
I think it's just how it was phrased. Page 815. He would have married Kyo's wife if he had the chance. It's how it's phrased. It's not like, oh, I would have married her if you hadn't. It's like, if I had the chance, I would have married your wife. What?
That is, okay, hold on. I don't remember that. It is weird.
Page.
Oh, here, Dorian husband's wife already. Likely would have married her too if he had the chance. I think, yes, it is phrased incorrectly. I still think she meant what I said. When people really like somebody for like their friend, they're like, oh, like, good thing you married her. I would have married her, you know, if you didn't.
I get it.
Like you?
I get it. But how it was phrased, I literally went, what? Dorian,
True.
chill out.
Yeah.
Especially with Dorian's player history. Chill out.
Nah, he's taken.
And the fact that they also had the whole love triangle with Aelin. If Dorian had gone...
Yeah, that's all messy. That whole thing is messy.
Man, if Dorian had gone to the south with Kale, there would have been another love triangle between him and Irene.
He's just a flirt.
He is. These are a couple of page numbers. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna bother. But it was the humanizing of Maeve.
Okay, like when Dorian goes.
Mm-hmm. A couple times where they had it from her perspective when she was enamoring Aelin with the fake reality stuff.
Oh.
And she like painted the image that when she was trapped in this land with this like big bad king, whatever, and she was trying to escape.
I mean, every villain has their sad story, their reason.
Yeah. I think up until this book, I never really knew. Like, well, I didn't read Tower of Dawn, so I didn't read half of it and 3/4 of it. So just I don't know if that was explored there, but this book finally kind of gave me some insight into me.
We had talked about it. They kind of briefly explained it in Tower of Dawn, like the spiders tell Nestor that she had married one of them, but he was like abusive, so she fled, and the other two were also with her, so they came after her.
Yeah, and she killed them.
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't feel as much pity when I heard it from the spiders versus like
her
say, because she even when she saved Dorian from the Room of Colors. Oh well,
I do remember her saving him. But...
Yeah, he had gone into the room where Aaron kept all of the colors, and he felt like the colors were drawing him in, and he was like darkness was coming over him, and Maeve saved him from there. And she said, "That's what I had to deal with every day in that world. That's what the entire world is like, and that's why I fled." So it kind of meant like, oh dang, okay.
I did actually really enjoy those chapters, like her and Dorian interactions.
It was, and Dorian effed shit up and left. He just went.
He's like, it's for real, bye. Go the place.
Just left. That was kind of cool. Yeah, so I like that. There was another time when they were humanizing her, and I'm like, alright, chill out. But she's still a bitch.
Yeah.
Come on. Alright, not a fan. And I literally wrote in the book, yeah. Actually, page 240 is where I wrote it. Fenrir's torture. Maeve is one evil bitch.
Yeah.
His torture sent me. She hadn't. I don't know. Okay, tell me if I misread this, but I got the impression that she had him service her as he knelt in his brother's blood.
I think so.
That she murdered.
Yeah. Well, had himself commit suicide, but yes.
Service her.
She's twisted.
Yeah.
She actually enjoys writing those type of things because the same thing happens in the Court of Thunder Roses with Rysand. Like the night that a bunch of kids get murdered, or some night that's very important to him. She has that red hair queen, the evil one in the first book has you read it, right?
I have read it. I'm just trying to remember. Keep going. Maybe something like.
He talks about it in one of the later books where he's like, yeah, she specifically chose that night, knowing how important it was to me or whatever, knowing how distraught I was and made me service her.
All right, Sarah. Maas. Cool. Maybe she does like writing those very twisted scenes that jerk you. Because I was like, it wasn't enough that he was being tortured in the way that he was. Oh, side note, I didn't write this down. I never really understood why his brother did Fenrir's brother really speak freely before he was ordered to kill himself? Because Maeve said he could speak freely and I'm telling you now, like he's speaking of his own religion, and then he cussed out Fenrir's.
I think so. They've always had a bad relationship. I think that they explain that the only reason that Fenrir's joined is because he had a bad relationship with his brother, and so his brother, to get back at him, swore the blood oath to Maeve to kind of be like, look, I'm her blood sworn, like I one up you. And then he felt obligated to also swear to help his, like, so that his brother wouldn't take a bunch of theirs. I don't know, they explain it.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, okay.
I don't remember all the details, but something along those lines, that they've never had a great relationship.
Damn, you about to die. Okay. Alright, well, thank you. I wasn't sure. Cool. Alright, next is, I just put that Fenrir's breaking the oath gave me the feels. When he finally, like, in wolf form, ignored Maeve's commands and, like, launched after Karen. I was like, go, Fenris. I actually like
He's
him.
an underrated character.
He is. In all of the books up to this, I didn't care.
He's just a very quiet, very chill, underrated character.
Who got the shitty end of the stick?
Yes.
In more ways than one. I already told you that about Nana's growth making me teary. The other callback I liked was Kaltain's her appearance. I was like, I think we've talked about this, that I like that those little characters that might be minor, she gives them attention. They are reoccurring throughout the series.
Yeah, they have important roles to play.
Anything else? Oh, this imagery. This is on page 392. It was the imagery of the Valga soldiers trapped under the ice, like knocking like this, and then the rest of the Valga soldiers walking above them. Do you remember the scene when I don't remember who was fighting against them, but they melted the water so that the Valgs were drowning in there, and then the water froze back over because it's winter, and so now you have these Valgs under the ice pounding at the ice. While other Valgs are just marching.
Yeah, marching over the ice, ignoring the banging fist beneath their feet.
And I just thought it was a beautiful imagery that I'd love to see in a show if this ever turned into a movie. They have to put that scene in there. Oh, I feel like, okay, so you had mentioned this, that Aedion really kind of like treated Lysandra like...
Sure. I was just thinking that because I was reading, I was like, his name, I was like, man.
Oh,
I was going to mention those things I didn't like about
You didn't like it?
About the series. It just said he was a jerk. And he didn't, obviously... He didn't take into account, like, she didn't want to. And
she was kind of forced into this.
She was forced into it. She wasn't getting any enjoyment. And that meant she lost her autonomy in a way.
She literally left one prison for another, kind of. Only this prison, she had a bit more choice in the walls and the restraints, but still a prison. Yeah. I have it here, and I had that. I liked.
Oh, sorry. There was just one scene where he literally like threw her into the snow.
I was about to say that.
Class act.
Barefooted.
Yeah, I was
into
say either
snow.
barefoot or naked or something like that.
Both. I remember she was barefooted for sure. Can't remember, but I was.
She was naked because she had just switched back.
Yeah. So barefooted and naked into the snow, and he called her a bitch in front of their allies and friends. But the comment I was going to make was that I liked that she didn't easily forgive him. She called him out on it.
Yeah.
She's just
That's why I like her. She's a strong character.
She's like, you called me a bitch in front of our friends. You. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, it's not a big scene, but it did hit at the time that I read it. Angela Burcliffe.
I like her too.
Yeah, I like her. When her army, they cut off their heads and like fired them. Because that's the army that was supposed to save them.
Yeah.
I really like that scene. They should include that if the story is adapted into a movie as well.
It's a very gory war scene like that.
Yeah, you thought they were going to come save you?
Yeah.
Nope. I like the scene when Manon showed up with the witches, the Krokans and all to save Aedion. And I was like, man, okay. Side note. That fight dragged out for so long in this book. It was Aiden. So basically, first Aiden took the army and met up to fight Erewhon's forces. They got their ass beat. They got knocked back. They were fighting for just a lot of days. Then they get saved by, I can't remember who. That didn't work. Then they were waiting on Ansel, Briarcliff, whatever, to come help them. Then her people, their heads got fired into the army. Then the witches came and they're like, yay, the witches came. And then the witches were dying. Then Aileen and her forces came from the south and they're like, oh my god, we're saved. They started dying. And they were just literally for the entire book, they were on the brink of hopelessness. And so I was a little over it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little over it. I thought I would feel more happiness when they finally got saved. I guess that also goes into something else I didn't like. When they did finally get saved, it wasn't by the army that had been marching so long to get to them where I would feel like, yes. It was by some random lost, forgotten.
Oh, the wild men.
Wild men. No, it wasn't the wild men. It was she, when falling through the different universes or worlds, had saw I guess, a land where the old people from her country, what's the name of her country again? Terrasen people who had gone into hiding. They're the ones who she opens a portal for to come and save them. I know about these people from no book, nothing, and I reread the portal section. It's not even mentioned. So it just said, oh, she glimpsed it when she was going through there, and so she just...
You know what she also glimpsed going through there? Rysand and Feyre.
It was them?
Yeah.
He's the one who helped her?
Yes.
That's the crossover she was talking about that you said was...
Yeah, but I think she does a crossover again in one of the other books. But yes, that's the first one.
I didn't know. I was wondering why this random dude helping her.
Yeah, that's Rysand.
Okay, that makes sense. But how did he know?
He didn't know there was like, and he was just like, oh, there's this random girl falling through the sky. Let me help her.
Okay. Well, yeah. What was I getting at? What was I saying?
You're talking about like though you were upset that those people came and saved them.
Yeah, because like I didn't. It just felt like one of those last minute saves from this.
Out, yeah.
Yeah, a cop out is what it felt like. I don't know these people from Adams. They've never been introduced anywhere. Unless I missed it, please feel free to correct me in the comments. Yeah, so no, not a fan. That's another fan thing. I'm not a fan of that ending in the book. And then I think the rest of this I already told you. I cried over the witches.
I feel like if somebody didn't, they're heartless. That what I was saying.
That scene was.
I feel like that scene makes everybody.
I looked like an idiot in the laundromat because I took my partner and I took his sister there, right? And she's just there loading her laundry, and I'm just there like tears. There was this other group of people who were dancing in there for other reasons, and I'm just in
the corner crying.
Yeah. But it was a beautiful scene, and it was a good cry. Yeah, that was all for my favorite scenes, and we already talked about our favorite characters pretty much. I want to hear the thing about the ending that you hated.
Oh.
Please take the floor and speak to your heart's content.
She loses her power.
Yes!
It's such a... There's another book that does it, Shadow and Bone. It's somewhere around here too, and people were pissed at that too. They're like, why? Like, you build up all of this, everything about her coming to terms with her power, all this stuff. You just lead to it, and it swan died right off.
So then we don't get that big fight with her and Erewhon, with her and Maeve. I was so disappointed because where's the fire?
Like, I understand what she was trying to do. I think she was trying to make it more grounded, I guess. Trying to make it be like, oh, like, they're not just going to win because she has this big power type of thing. Like, I kind of get what she was going for, but it's just such a...
It's underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's underwhelming and it's disappointing. You've been building it up
Yeah.
for this big thing, and then you didn't give us the big thing. Yeah, I was very disappointed.
Like, it was still a nice show of, like, her perseverance, her strength, that she has other strengths on to rely on besides the power, but we've already gotten that.
Yeah, we know that. We've been know that. Book 1 was her being an assassin.
Yeah.
Without using her powers, we know she can.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, the story is about her coming to grips with her power and learning how to use it.
And then they just took it away.
Yeah. I'm like, great, now that you've accomplished all this, bye.
I was not a fan. Even when she was out there fighting with Maeve, I'm like, Maeve is kicking your butt. She tortured you for months, and now she's just out there kicking your butt. Ugh, underwhelming. Yeah. Anything else you didn't like? Because I have something else I hated.
From the ending?
Yes.
No, I don't remember.
I hated that Balin bargained for Elena's life in exchange for Erewhon.
Oh.
It makes
Okay, yes, actually, I
no
forgot about that, but yes,
freaking
I was like, she
sense.
doesn't deserve it. She's lived her long life. Why does it matter? She's dead.
She's already dead.
Yeah.
And it's not in line with Aylin's character either. Aylin's character would never leave her friends to be damned, to be killed by Erewhon, or they
Just
can't
to-
handle it. You've been talking about how big and bad Erewhon is for 8 books.
I think she probably like didn't know how to end it, because if they had resolved it then, I guess they would have just like there wouldn't have been no big epic battle. I guess kind of.
Then have them decide not for her to go, because remember they had a vote.
Yeah.
Does Aylin go now or wait until they back Erewhon?
Mm-hmm.
She put herself in that
That's
place.
Sure.
When I said I was disappointed, when I read it, I'm like, what is happening? Elena is dead.
Yeah, and she didn't. That already cost. Elena made the same mistake, like before in the beginning, which is what caused this whole mess.
And so now you
It's
blamed her
just
for that.
history, yeah.
And then now you're going to do the same thing and have Erewhon still be on the planet. But now you've locked Erewhon there.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is, y'all just threw her to, like, she would never leave Rowan and lead.
I mean, if she wanted that, she still could have done it, because I feel like that's happened in another book where, like, there was a big bad character, in order to defeat him, like, you have to, like, make them mortal, so kind of, like, trap them in this world so they don't have the opportunity to escape another world. I feel like I've seen that before.
Okay.
But, like, that's kind of, like, your only option to defeat them.
Mm-hmm.
Your only option to defeat them is trap them in this world where they're, like, human or mortal, easily kill,
Mm-hmm.
so you can kill them. But this is different, where they had a way out and she chose not to take it.
If I were the gods, I would have betrayed her ass too. I don't blame them. And then she killed them on their planet. I felt no.
I was just like, okay, wow.
I felt in that moment, like, if I would have preferred this.
Well, I get her anger at the gods. Like, I wasn't necessarily angry at that.
Hear me out. It's not that I don't get why she did it. It's more that because she just did that stupid thing, I didn't feel as like, yes, she's taking revenge. It was just like, okay, you stupid, they stupid.
Yeah.
Y'all stupid together. That's just all I thought. But I will say this. I would have preferred...
Also, sorry, yes. Continue.
I'll say this and then you can go. I would have preferred if they had the gods just betray her outright. Without her asking for anything. Just betray her and say, when she come and then she'll give up a poem, they're like, alright, thank you.
Yeah.
You and everyone
Have fun.
have fun, and then kill them. Then I'd be like, oh, please, and then kill them. And go ahead.
I was gonna say, if she was gonna do that, if she was gonna choose that way out, then she should have let her keep her power, and then been like, no, I can choose to save her life because I know I'll be able to defeat him anyways because I still have I'm still gonna have my power.
Yeah, because she did
That-
leave them without her firepower too.
Yeah, so that would have made sense and been like, okay, if there was a way to like save Elena, betray the god or whatever, but keep her power, then that would have made sense. Because then she kind of would have been like, oh, it's not a problem that I'm locking him here with me because I have the tools to defeat him.
Exactly, and I'm not just leaving my unharmed friends to go practice self-defense against a outer-worldly being.
Yeah, that would have been a different story.
Agreed. There were other things I didn't like. Like, that's why it's really a 4.5. And sometimes I'm like, maybe more of a 4. Because I feel like you built me up. and then you just let me down, Sarah J. Maas. I'm sorry. It would be, excuse me. I wanted to see more of Erwin causing destruction. He died so quickly. He did nothing but spar.
There's another book that I read that was like that really pissed me off. I don't remember the name. Something Lion, where the whole entire book they kept talking about, oh, there's this big danger, there's this big bad. You never once see the big danger, you never once see the big bad. There's not even any close calls. Nothing happens. It's just like, oh, we need to protect you because there's so much evil out there, and like this guy's gonna come after you. Nothing happens the entire book. So I'm just
that
like,
pissed me off.
I was like, what's the point? It's like you talk so much about this big evil, this like that there's gonna be like this huge terrorist attack. I don't know, big fight, and then nothing ever happens.
Nothing ever happens. That's what I feel like with Erwin. He got his ass beat by a lead, bruh. I know Irene.
Irene.
I know Irene ultimately did it.
Yeah.
But a lead, bruh. A lead took down Erwin? Okay. Not the girl that was promised, not the Fireheart, not her.
Yeah.
But Elide. Okay. Because I think Elide like stabbed him through his chest into the ground. I was like, ain't no way Elide that's strong. Ain't no way Elide is that strong. Y'all get out of here. I'm not buying this lie. Mm-mm. So yeah, I was not a fan of that scene. I wasn't. There was, the other thing. There's so many things back here. I'm sorry. I'm going to drop my rating to a 4.
Okay.
I think I am.
Like, even with, like, Dorian and Kale, I feel like they did have, like, I don't know, I feel like the trio, Dorian, Kale, and Aelin will always have, like, a special place in my heart. I feel like they were the OG trio.
Kale?
Yes, even, just for purposes. I kind of felt like it was sad, like, that they had to leave, and, like, they each have, like, their own, and, like, who knows when they'll get together again.
That part was sad.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say before it cut off. She spent a lot of time wrapping up and people saying goodbye. She couldn't squeeze in a little time for Manon and Dorian to expound. Spent a lot of time in it. Like, I'm not kidding. I kept reading. I'm like, all right.
You could just marry each other, Irene said. It'd be a strong alliance.
I didn't really get that scene between
But
Manon.
she didn't say no. She's like, we'll see.
Yeah. I didn't get why Manon didn't want to be married.
No, I don't think she wasn't opposed to it. I actually understand to being like, she's open to it.
No. Not this scene. Earlier on, she asked him, and Dorian was thinking, I would never trap her like that because she wouldn't want to be trapped like that. And then when he left, she was thinking he probably knew I didn't want to be trapped like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but why?
That's just one of, like, that's something that needs to be explored, because I've seen that in other books, too, where the person doesn't like marriage because they feel like, but then once you meet the right person and once you realize, like, no, it's not, you know.
So I thought it would get explored at the end of the book. Sorry. It was not.
Abusing my beautiful book.
I'm sorry. I'll abuse my own.
I have a special edition Barnes & Noble one.
Oh yeah, sure.
I think I showed it in a different one. But it's so pretty.
It is. It's gorgeous. What did I do? I think you said
Charlie
Charlie.
Bowater. I love her artwork.
Okay. Predictions for the next book.
There's no next book.
I did have something here. Things it's only one thing that I really wish she had explored. And it was, she hinted at it in the book, that there may be gods from many places, even gods that belong to this planet, the planet in the book.
Yeah, I think she put that in there to set up, apparently there's like more crossovers coming between all 3 books series.
Oh, I thought she put it in there because I was hoping for like a reveal of like some lore that there was conflict between the gods that had come into this world that were stuck here and the gods that were from that planet.
Maybe I'm misinterpreting.
Yeah, and like the other gods who wanted to go back home, they're trying to go back home, and maybe they've been bullying the gods that were here. I don't know. I thought there was gonna be some lore there. So I have a game for you today.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a spelling bee game. So I'm gonna pull some words out of the book, and we're gonna see how best you can spell them.
By the way, I saw the first word on the spelling bee.
Spell it.
Therelis.
Damn it, yeah. Just pronounce it.
Therelis.
I have no idea. By the way, I will be butchering the pronunciation of these words. Thank you, because I did not listen to the audiobook. Alright, spelling bee. Your second word, since you already saw the first, is wyvern.
WVYREN.
Say that again.
WVYREN.
WVYERN?
REN.
You are incorrect.
EREN?
You said WV?
Yeah. WYV?
Yes.
WYVREN.
We're going to mark that as a no.
Close enough.
We're going to see how many you get out of 15. See,
I was really close. It was
oh my god, what if you relive your trauma from middle school? Okay, you have to tell them. She was telling me a story about her spelling bee days in middle school. You have to tell them.
There's not much to tell. I won the spelling bee for my class, but then when I actually got to school spelling bee, I got so nervous I missed out on the word crap.
And she still thinks about it to this day.
Yeah, I'm never gonna live it down.
Never. So you gotta redeem yourself today in today's spelling
Yeah,
bee.
these are a lot harder. These are made up,
Excuses. I'm kidding. I should put the word. Can you spell crap?
CRAP.
You sound so unsure.
I'm gonna believe you.
That's funny. Okay. Infestation.
INFESTATION.
Correct. Paranth. I know the R's are gonna get you. Or R.
How could you miss that?
It is a city.
Oh, PERANTH.
No, no, it's two R's.
Ah, whatever, close enough.
Nope.
That's close enough.
Oakwald.
OAKWALD.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding. Wayfarers. Do you need a definition?
WAYFAIRERS.
Incorrect, but I will allow you a second attempt because this one is a bit harder. Mm-hmm.
What even is that?
They are the people who learned how to travel between worlds.
I'm not gonna get it.
Maeve is a wayfarer.
WAYFARERS.
Yes, you got it! See, have some faith in yourself. You got this. Alright. Canal.
Like the guy?
I don't know if I pronounced that right. Canal.
CON. Two N's?
That's why I picked it.
I'm gonna go with two. CON. No, I'm gonna go with one. Wait, say it again.
Canal. Or canal. I don't know. Canal.
No, I'm gonna go with two. CONNALD. Don't tell me it's one.
It's two N's.
Ah, yes.
But you are incorrect.
Oh, okay.
There's no D at the end.
Connell. Just okay. So CONNAL.
You're still incorrect. There's two L's at the end. I knew you were gonna get this.
The extra L for.
I don't know. Unconsciousness.
UNCON, and then the word science. SCIENCE. Oh, consciousness. Come on.
Like what? On con science?
No, sorry, con. UNCONUNS. I'm not gonna get it.
I think you can. I did pick it because it's tough.
Can I have a pen? Can I have that pen?
Okay. We forgot the ness.
Oh.
Yes, that's
Yay!
correct. She got it. You gotta spell it out for them. Oh, yeah, just show them.
I don't know if you can see that.
You could probably just zoom in on it. You got that right. Crocans.
CROCHANS.
You got it. Caltain or Calton.
KALTAIN.
You got it. You're on a roll. Are these ones too easy? Lysandra.
Lysandra.
Mm-hmm. Briarcliff.
Briarcliff.
Alright. You got that one right too. Aelin Galathinius.
Both names?
Yes. Aelin Galathinius. No pen. It's gonna be way too easy.
I know how to spell Aelin. Aelin.
Yes.
Can I spell that?
Galathinius, no.
Galathinius.
Attempt it without, and then if you can't, I'll have you right now. You are so close. You are so close. Like you added a letter that shouldn't be there. You said Galathinius.
Oh, no.
The O.
Just IS?
No, US.
Oh.
Cause you put yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really close.
You're really, really close. It's wrong.
Close enough.
Ghislaine.
That's one of the witches.
Or Ghislaine or something, I don't know.
Gisl.
Sorry, Ghislaine.
Gy?
No.
No, it's Gi. Say it again.
Ghislaine.
GS? It's not GI?
You're missing a letter before the I.
Say it
Ghislaine.
again. E?
No. H.
Oh, right, that is how you spell it. Like, okay, like Glinda.
I don't even know. I've never heard of that name before.
Glinda, the good Wizard of Oz, like the good witch in the Wizard of Oz.
I'm currently showing.
Your own culturedness.
Yes.
Okay, well, we can mark that one wrong.
Okay. You ain't gonna spell the rest? GH what?
GHI. What was it again? Ghislaine?
Ghislaine.
There's another H in there, right?
I'm not gonna answer it.
GHISHLANE. I don't know.
No, but no, I would mark it wrong. GHISLAINE. Okay. And the last word, terrace.
I know it has two R's. TERRAS. But does it have two S's though? No, I think it only has one. TERRAS. SEN. I'm gonna go with two.
Ding! You were right the first time.
One.
S.
Oh well. Close enough. Like you could have gotten those right.
I couldn't. That's why I'm on this side of the fence. And it's very fun on this side. So that's, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 15. Good job. You got majority. You can spell. Well, that was it. My last question for you is, how do you feel now that we are done with this book and we're done with this series of recordings?
Like I've converted another person.
You have. She has. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and see you for the next book. Log off.
We're done.
Go touch grass.
We're done.
Or binge your episodes. Thank you.